have a template that we use here. We've used it for a long time. It's really, it's not the words that are in there that are important. And sometimes people get into the mistake of just trying to use it as a cut and paste type document. Well, I'll take out this business and I'll replace it with my business name. It's really the sections and the ideas that are covered in the template. Market feasibility, what's your marketing strategy, what are your projections, if your business is existing, what's the history of the business, if the business is new but you have a history in the industry, we want to know that. It's all covered in the template. The importance of the business plan, particularly in your planning stage, is it gives you a blueprint, number one, from your idea to where you're going to go. A lot of times when people start to develop their business plan, they have an idea of this is my business and it's a huge endeavor, and then they realize I don't need all that to start my business. What I really, this is ultimately the smaller item here is what I need, and this is sufficient. And it provides, and it could go the opposite, where you're like, oh yeah, this is so simple, this business is going to be so easy. And then you start looking into your business plan, and I start asking you questions, and you're like, this is a much bigger issue than I thought it was, and here's what more I need to do. You want to look back at your business plan to see what your vision of the business was, and sometimes it's just a reminder. Everyone gets into their business because they have, I'll say, a dream. I want to be a restaurateur, or I want to be in the construction industry. And sometimes as entrepreneurs, you lose focus of that, and you end up becoming more of a bookkeeper, or you end up becoming more of a HR specialist than you end up being the entrepreneur you expected to be. And I think the business plan is a good refocus for you as an individual. We understand you're here because you have an idea about, I want to pursue a business such as subject A. That's your area of expertise. You know how, let's just use the example, I want to open up a restaurant. You know what kind of food you want to have on your menu. You won't know what size dining room you want to have, if any. Ultimately, running the business is questions that you can answer better than I can. Where my role comes in more is because your idea is to be the entrepreneur. For lack of a better term, I'm the subject matter expert in terms of submitting a successful business plan. I know how to do the market research. I know how to do the financial projections. So that's basically the way the two of us would work together. Is I'm going to ask you probably to do a first draft of the business plan, concentrating more on this is my idea, this is who I see as my customers, and then I'll come in and sort of use what you've done. There's what we usually use, what's called an IBIS market report. For you as the listener, it's not that important. It's something that we're familiar with. I've seen business plans done in 2 weeks, and I've seen business plans done in 2 years. The answer I give is it's dependent on you. If I have questions, I may not know your industry at all. It may be one I'm very familiar with. If I'm not familiar, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. And it may come back to how much time you're devoting to it.